Is that a GoPro?
It is.
Oh man, that's terrifying.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Hello, internet. Do I look like a fisheye?
Yeah.
Nice.
No, it's just regular.
Nice. I love it. Okay, are we having fun? Are we having good shit? You know, it makes sense like a good food table. It looks like such a good food table that we're so immersed in the good food we're enjoying. We got a tip lab?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's go for Rhino!
They have no choice. I need to move this. So we'll talk about friends and kids, just kind of to go here. If you're straight, Christian, liberal, I have a foul mouth, so be prepared for it. I do have my sister here and my nephew, and I'm just going to give a background on a little bit about how I handle things. Growing up, back in the day, I was called a snitch, but I was more like a research development agent, where I was looking for facts and factual information to get paid from both sides of the party. My nephew calls me a manipulator, but it was more like a director of operations type thing of getting manipulation for him to get me out of school. But what I want to talk about is dating. So in friend groups, I have a dynamic duo, and then I have my good friends in Columbus. So you always got to have a gay best friend in the dynamic with a straight female and a straight male. The straight male doesn't realize that we are in a relationship. We are dating, or we're either married. However, when you do start dating somebody and you don't tell us, we're more pissed off than the female friend, wholeheartedly. Because this fucker here decided to hop into a relationship, kind of didn't pan out the way that it should have panned out. And he got cussed out by the female friend, and he got straight ass ignored from me because I was pissed off and I didn't know. But being gay is a lot harder than what everybody thinks, because, you know, there's a lifestyle, there's expenses, there's hair, nails, clothing, shopping. Throw in kids. I have a 4-year-old. My expense cost goes up because the treat for her is Target, Starbucks, and my fucking ATM card to where I have no money left. For random ass shit that you don't buy, like mini brands. You don't know what those are? That is beyond worse than having a gambling problem like what I have. I do have a 12-year-old that is a little bit more business-minded with things, but the 4-year-old is the one you have to worry about, because she is that type of person that would fuck somebody up over somebody. I got a friend here tonight that decided to send me a picture of her flicking me the bird. 4-year-old sees it. Why is your friend doing that, Dad? And I'm like, oh, that's because of how she wants to do it. She was like, well, we should flick her off too. So we did a picture and flicked her off. So I just wanted to amp the 4-year-old up a little bit more. And I said, well, now she's talking shit about her best friend, Cherry O'Cherry. And she was like, oh, we're gonna report this. You flick her the bird, and I'm gonna tell her I'm gonna fuck her ass up. And I'll be damned if she didn't say, I'm gonna fuck your ass up. So that is something that is wildly beyond compare. My 4-year-old is the one that I am scared of the most. Besides my sister. Besides my sister, I'm scared of her to death because she's nice. But she's a bitch, but according to her friend, I'm a bigger bitch. And it was a shock because she was like, I didn't know. And her friend is like, you didn't know? You had no clue. I was 6 years old and asked for a fucking tuxedo for my birthday. What 6-year-old heterosexual asked for, can I get a tuxedo because I'm gonna be a famous farmer? And no, I'm not on farmers.com, I'm on Grindr.com and Grindr. So we did a podcast earlier about dating and relationships and stuff. You cannot ask a gay guy for information about something because they are fixing to give you 4 or 5 paragraphs, and I can attest to it because my sister asked about this guy that I talked to, and I gave her the entire rundown to what his fucking dog's name is. So it was hilarious. To her, it was funny, but you know, it's dating life in gay and straight has got paranormals together, but Devin, his dating life is like his sex life. 2 seconds in and 2 seconds out, and that's how it ends.
Damn!
He flips them just as quick as he gets them in. I do have to say that one thing, my friend complex is a lot different than what many people are, and my kids are attested to it, but I will say the arguments back and forth between me and my 4-year-old are probably the most legit out of anything, due to the fact that she is the matriarch in my family. She plans everything. She tells us what we're gonna do, where we're gonna go. She's the reason that kids can't go to the drag brunches at Outskirts no more, because we didn't know it was an 18 and older event. But they're unfiltered. If you've ever seen a 4-year-old sing WAP, Freak, and any other type of song that you could imagine, she is down for it. So all in all, just when you have friendships with different people, you have to have the gay best friend. It's not that we want your man, we don't want your wife, we don't want any of that. It's just we're gonna give you sound advice on why you're dating a piece of shit, and you can do so much better. And most of all, importantly, if you go out, we can pinpoint what girl is going to give it up. And I'm not gonna say how experienced this is with certain topics, but the funny part about it is a gay guy can tell a straight guy, you're gonna either get it laid tonight or you're not gonna get any, because you can vibe off of how the girl's telling. So it goes all in all how it goes. But Devin here, he's pretty cool. He's single. You can find him on Tinder, preferably on Swipe Search for Columbus/Phoenix City. And he will buy you flowers and take you on hikes and take you on little excursions and places. Just don't go back to his house. He tried to lock me in there, and I tried to explain to him that it wasn't going to happen. Even though, you know, he's been a cover photo before. I don't know what else to say for how my life really is set up, because it is, as Cherry calls it, I'm a baby gay because I'm out two years now. I was the Fort Benning bottom, and now I guess I'm the Fort Moore whore is my new name. So I guess I have to change names as it goes with specific things, because that's how it is. And that's the funniest thing is when you have apps and stuff like this. I am on the Fort Benning Anonymous page, and I do comment on it, but I think the best pickup line that I've had on a message through an app was, you're on the Fort Benning Anonymous page a lot. Okay, and where's your picture? Because you're DL and probably married with 3 kids and an officer in the military. So it just goes all in all. If anybody wants to see the app, we can do the proximities after the show, because I've had to give Devin a little lesson on his career and what he does, being a gate guard and seeing his friends with Sour Patch Kids, where he's got a little leg twitch. Had to school him to pinpoint to be careful, because he is closeted, very much so, from life in general. Keith is my husband / straight boyfriend, part of a polyamorous relationship. And Keith is a pretty cool guy, but he spends an exuberant amount of money on fucking Legos and edibles. So it's like you're trying to be in a relationship or you're trying to get Legos. Keith is probably going to get fucking Legos. And he is going to tell you that he does not have time for anything to do because his Lego set is more important. Susan is a good friend too, but she has a problem with stealing things from restaurants. So if Christina, if you can check her purse before she leaves, because she does have a thing for coasters, napkins, salt shakers, ketchup bottles, pepper shakers. She might try and take the Parmesan and the red pepper chili shakers tonight. So you have to be cautious with Susan. I can't say anything about Lewis because he's a fabulous hairstylist. He does Susan's hair. But he will kick my ass if I touch her or Keith's hair. So it goes all in all. My best friend, though, that is here tonight is Brittany. She asked me to follow her crush today on my way to work. I didn't realize it was the fucking state inmate prison van going from jail to jail.
We need them to raise their hands so we know who's who.
Okay, Brittany, can you raise your hand? Because Brittany also, Brittany was a second time.
Okay, who's your sister?
My sister is in the green shirt that says what does that say?
I'm a peach.
I'm a peach. Oh, so she's a bottom too. She's a bottom too. Just so you're
Who's
aware.
your Lego husband?
Lego husband is Keith.
Okay, who's your other one? Who's that?
Susan is purple.
Okay.
Lewis is the hairstylist who takes only by appointments. And He can really do a good job on you.
Okay.
Devin, of course, you see is the GoPro.
Okay.
This is the only thing that he can do with his hands besides play with himself.
Lies.
But
Are you gonna introduce everybody then?
sure.
Okay.
We got Kimberly right here.
Okay, tell
We
us
have
about
Nikki right here.
Well, no, tell us about Kimberly.
Kimberly likes to amp me up on shit, especially with Brittany when we're drunk at Soho's at Drag Bingo. Like Kimberly
I
amps
haven't
me
been to Drag
up.
Bingo. I wanna go so bad.
Tuesday night, 10 o'clock, come and see Cherry O'Cherry, the hostess with the most.
But I've never met you.
Soho's, 10
I'm
o'clock.
Paula, it's nice to meet you.
We'll save tables for you on
Okay,
Tuesday.
every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday at 10 p.m. We don't care if we gotta get up at fucking 5 a.m. From 10 to 3.
I teach, so.
Well,
But that's okay.
you'll be able to teach people about fucking drag queens and bingo.
I already do that.
So-
Okay, so, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, go ahead. What other question you got?
Huh?
What other question you got?
Okay, so where were we at?
We're with Kimberly, because she likes to antagonize shit with me, with Brittany, because she's like, look at Brittany, look what Brittany's doing. So then she gets me rolling on Brittany, to where we had to figure out, Brittany was telling us about her dating life. And like, it really fucked me up because Brittany was the second place winner last year for the spelling bee, at Drag Spelling Bee at Soho's. This year she got 4th place, and then she tried to tell me that there's a word called murdery. And we was like, where the fuck do you come up with this shit? Murdery. Murdery.
What is it? Spell it for us.
Spell it. hold on, murdery. Can I get the origin of the word, please?
I dated one.
Can I get Oh, we want to talk about her dating life. So this is how this happened. Brittany was dating this guy, and she broke it off with him. She started seeing another guy that wanted to give her a money shot, and she didn't want to do it. So the new boyfriend shot the old boyfriend in the head. Her mom got in bed with them and her grandfather's dead dog, reading karaoke to teach at a 3rd grade level for reading. And we figured out why she likes fucking inmates. Because when she was younger, she violated a Christian school with an egg. So she knew right then and there she was going to be a bad girl. So she kept trying to do this. And then Brittany is trying to change the subject with us by saying, I can recite the first 100 numbers of pi. I'm looking at this as she's repeating it, and the numbers are spelling out, and I'm looking at it like, and I look at Kimberly, and I look at Nikki, and I'm like, this is not fucking pi. These are inmate numbers from Muscogee County Jail on inmate.com. So I'm just trying to figure out where in the fuck does she get this stuff from, and why does she like inmates? It's because she threw an egg at a fucking Christian school.
I think it always starts.
It starts somewhere.
Right.
It starts somewhere. I mean, then she tried to photo edit me in some shit, and she tried to show me that she has the degree in photo digital editing and all of this shit. I can do that on my iPhone. My 4-year-old can do that on the iPhone. And the edited picture she did, I could see why the degree was screenshotted on her phone.
You're a lucky guy. You got great friends.
Sometimes they don't like me. Sometimes they don't like me because I can be bitchy.
I can't imagine that.
You can?
I can't imagine that.
Yeah, I could. You could ask my sister how bitchy I could really be. But the last person is Nikki. She's pretty chill. We have a lot in common. We have diabetes, things like this. And then while we're sitting there at Drag Bingo, she pulls out this bag and she's like, I brought snacks. And I'm like, oh, this is great. What does she pull out? Fucking fruit roll-ups.
Yes!
So as I'm like, can I have a fruit roll-up? I get it, dip it in my drink. It was good, and then sat there for a few minutes, watched her eat fruit snacks, and I was like, fuck, she's got more snacks in the bag. Can I get another fruit roll-up, please? She's like, yeah, here, give it to you. So I'm just sitting there playing Drag Bingo with the fruit roll-up. So my friends are pretty cool.
Yeah.
But my nephew's an asshole because when you was asking earlier did he get upset and get mad about flipping his hat and throwing it when he gets upset? He worked for me at Sonic years ago and got pissed off at his girlfriend, and then they had to call me because he wasn't flipping hats. He was outside flipping the fucking patio tables like Teresa Giudice off of Real Housewives of New Jersey. Swear to God, he was probably out there yelling prostitution whore 19 times and flipping the fucking tables. So I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So that will wrap up my time. Devin with GoPro. Because he's never coming home. Thank you guys. Brad Bruno. That was fun.
Okay,